A very good morning to my computer students. Let us start our computer lecture. So beta, in yesterday's class we have discussed the introduction about the data structures. We have read what is data, what is data structures and what is information. We have discussed all these things, and after that we have discussed the data structures. Means there are different types of data structure. Simple data structure, under it we have array or linear lists. Okay, and we have compound data structures also that are classified as stacks, queues and linked list. And non-linear data structures are also there, that are trees, graphs, etc. Okay, so we have discussed the theory part of linear list, stacks and queues. Now I'll be starting up with the linked list. So beta, linked list is a very special type of list in which actually elements are linked together with each other. Okay, so each element will be naming it as node, and this node will have two parts. One is the information part, another will be the reference pointer. But this list can be drawn in the form of this. See, this is your element, and this element is having two parts. One is your info part and then is the reference pointer part. So this pointer part will point to the next element. Okay, so initially we'll be starting up at a place, means the pointer of the very first node to whom we want to refer will be given up. Okay, let me give an example to you to make it more clearer. Okay, so let us say there is a doctor who has to take the round in the hospital, and the patients are there on the beds. Okay, and there are bed numbers for each bed. Okay, so it is not that the doctor will start from bed number 1 only. He might start with those patients who are serious, right, or those who need much more attention. So let us say firstly the doctor has to go to bed number 6. So start will be bed number 6. Okay, so this will point, let us say this is bed number 6. So here the patient details are given, and he's dealing with the patient, the information about the patient. And after this diagnosis of this particular patient, the doctor will go to the next patient, and the nurse itself herself has put a label to whom the next means the doctor should visit. Okay, so this is about the patient, and this is about the next patient to whom the doctor has to move on, means on which bed the doctor has to move on. So start is having 6 because doctor is starting from the bed number 6. Okay, after diagnosing or taking care of the patient which is on the bed number 6, the doctor will move to bed number 10. Okay, in next if we are writing 10, so the doctor will move to bed number 10. So let us say this is bed number 10. Okay, so this is pointing to the bed number 10. So this is your bed number 10. The patient is lying here, and the doctor is taking care of that patient, and after that he will move to next whatever number you have written on this next wala node with the patient. The doctor will go to that particular patient only. Okay, so the doctor will keep on moving till the all the patients in a particular sequence they are once visited. Okay, so this type of lists which are connected to each other with the help of this node which is known as next, or we can say pointer part, such type of lists are known as singly linked list. Only one pointer is there, that means it is singly linked list. Okay, there can be doubly linked list. So in this type of list we can move only forward, we cannot go backward. Okay, after dealing patient number 6 we will move to patient number 10, but we cannot go back to patient number 6 if required. So this is your singly linked list, and this is your doubly linked list. Here doubly linked list will have two reference pointers, one is previous and one is next. So if the doctor is on bed number 6, okay, and he has to go to bed number 10, so from bed number 10 he can either move to the patient which is on bed number 6 or can move to further next patient also. Okay, so in this way the singly and doubly linked lists are represented with the help of diagram. I hope the concept is clear. Okay, so actually what else we are having, inside it, other than your stacks and queues, the pointers are the random access also. See, in stacks and queues we cannot have the random access, but in linked list we can have the random access. We can move to any of the node, or we can say any of the patient, like we have taken the example, to which we want to. But in stacks and queues we are supposed to move in a specific order only. Okay, like if we want to take out this particular element out of the stack, then all the above elements or the plates have to be removed, then only we'll be able to access this plate. So we have to move sequentially. Okay, if we want to add a new plate, where we can add it just at the top. Okay, we cannot add a new plate here, and if we want to add here a new plate, then we will remove all the above plates, then we have the choice to put another plate here. Okay, so we have to move sequentially in your stacks, and similarly we are accessing the elements of the queue one by one in sequential manner. Okay, so here also we have certain variation that I'll be discussing later, but sequentially we are moving basically in stacks and queues. Okay, but if we want to move like we want to move in a random fashion, then we can go with the linked list also. Okay, this is also a very good option, that is pointing out to a particular pointer or the location to where we want to refer next. Okay, so I hope the concept of linked list is clear. See, it is totally dependent upon you where you want to go. Means to say, means where you want to, which data structure you want to refer. Means you want to use a linked list. If you need the dynamic means pointing out of the elements, then you can go with the linked list. If you want ki the last element I need the most, then you can go with the stack. And if you feel ki I need to serve the first one first, okay, the first one who has entered, I need to serve that particular thing first, then you need to go with queue. So it is totally your call, or we can say your consent or your requirement, that which data structure you are using. Okay, if you are not concerned with the previous data so much, you are hardly connected with the previous data, you are mainly dealing with the day-to-days, the current data, then no need to go with other data structure other than stack. Okay, so it is your wish only, your requirement only, which data structure you will be selecting. And then for storing the data inside that data structure, you only need to follow the principle of that particular data structure. Okay, you can't store data inside stack on the basis of FIFO. If you have to go on the principle of FIFO, then you need to use queue, and if you want to follow the principle of LIFO, then you need to go with stacks only. And you want to access if dynamically, the data being accessed dynamically, then you should go with linked list. And then there is a choice for you also, that whether you want to go with singly linked list or doubly linked list. I hope the concept is clear. So selecting a data structure is completely the choice of a user only. Fine. Next is, but the main thing, concept of storage of data will be just on the basis of what the principle says for that particular data structure. Okay, so beta, next type of data structure is your tree. This is a non-linear type of data structure, and tree are multi-level data structure. Why we are saying multi-level? Because it stores the data in the form of hierarchy. Okay, hierarchical relationship is there, like we have a parent, and these are the siblings of this parent. Okay, so further we keep on moving in a fixed hierarchy, so that is why we are saying it is storing the data in hierarchical fashion. Okay, again these are called nodes, A, B, C, D. Although this is A is the parent of B, P, C, R, but still we can say they are nodes. Okay, so the topmost node will be known as root, means here A is the root, and the bottommost nodes are known as leaves of the tree. So further, if we don't have any extensions, then those nodes which are lying at the bottom of the tree will be known as your leaves. Okay, so this is your root node, and H, I, J, K, L, these are your leaf nodes, and R is also a leaf node. F is also a leaf node, P is also a leaf node, though they are lying at a different level, but further we have not extended it. Okay, so these all will be known as your leaf nodes. Okay, now let us study the operations that we can have on the data structure. See, like you have selected stack, queue, linked list, trees, any of the data structure you have selected. So what all operations we can perform on that particular data structure are: number one, insertion, means you can insert data into that data structure, means you can insert a new node on H also, I also, J also. So wherever you want to insert it, you can insert. Similarly, you can insert a data in linked list also. Further, you should give reference that after diagnosing this patient, the doctor should go to this patient. So further, you can extend it very easily. Okay, and similarly in stacks and queue, if a new person is to be added in this queue, where the new person will come at the back side of it. Okay, and if a new plate is to be added to this stack, where the new plate can be added at the very top. So you can do insertion in any of the data structure you have chosen. Okay, next is your first operation is insertion, second is deletion. Okay, so you can delete the data also. So in case of deletion, if you want to delete it, then I will be discussing mainly about your stacks and queues only. Okay, if you want to delete a data, so from where you will delete, at the very top only. Okay, so in stack, very important concept is the top. Okay, top is very important because all the insertions and deletions will take place from the top only. Okay, so if the insertion is to be done, then the top will be incremented by 1, and if deletion is to be done, then top will be decremented by 1. So if, let us say, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 9 plates are there. If I add on a new plate, then the top will be 10, and if I delete a plate from this stack, then the top will be 8. Okay, I hope it is clear. So every time we need to increment or decrement the top based on the basis of addition or deletion that you are doing in the stack. Okay, so next operation what we can do, that is searching. So in stack we can search and given element. See, it is not like that we are storing plates. See, in term, that was just an example to make you clear how the data is being stored in stack. Actually, the stack will look like this. Okay, then empty block initially, top is none because there is no element inside it. Once we will insert the element inside it, the top will point to this particular location. Okay, and then if you are adding a new element to it, it will go above 32 and the top will point to this. And if you delete 18, now again top will point to 32. Now you have added 29, the top will point to 29. Okay, and if you will delete 29, now top will again point to 32. Okay, so there are two operations in your stack, push and pop. Push is to add an element and pop is to delete an element. I'll be discussing more about it in detail. Let me complete the operations first. Okay, so your next is searching. So let us say in stacks you want to search whether 32 is present among these, means inside the stack or not. So searching is also possible. I'll let you know how it is possible. Okay, we can create a program to search the data inside this stack. Fine. So next is your traversal. Traversal means visiting the or processing all the data elements that are present inside the stack. Okay, like I am taking attendance, so what I am doing, I am processing the students. Okay, so similarly we have to read the data once by means of this traversal process. Okay, processing is just reading the data elements that are present in your stack, or queue, or linked list, or trees, or graphs, or anything else, right? So these all are data structure, and these all operations are valid on any of the data structure. Okay, I am just discussing more about stack because that is in your syllabus that we have to cover next. So that is why I am focusing on stack only. Otherwise, these all operations are valid on any of the data structure you have chosen to store your data. Okay, next is your sorting. Sorting is, what do you mean by sorting? Sorting means arranging the data elements in a specific order. What is the specific order? Specific order means either in ascending order or in descending order. So if you want to arrange the data in ascending order or in descending order according to your requirement, so that is possible, and this process or operation we can say is known as sorting. Okay, next operation is beta merging. What do you mean by merging? Merging is that when we combine the two things together. So here in this case we will say combining elements of two similar data structures. So you can combine two stacks together, two queues together, two linked lists together, but you cannot combine the data of stack with queue or anything else. Means you can combine two similar data structures together, and that will be known as merging. Okay, so we will see further how we can merge the two data structures together, mainly the stacks we can say. Okay, I hope this operation is clear. So beta, next lecture we'll be discussing more about these data structures. So till then you should revise the things and make notes of these things also. Thank you so much beta.